Well, today is gonna have to be our final day building the van because we gotta hit the road tonight. One problem we're running into is the tolerances aren't exact. I mean, we've got a wood floor going over these corrugated bottoms, and nothing's perfect, nothing's square. Everything's got to be kind of custom built to go around this. And there's a couple little gaps, like this isn't straight. We have a gap in the floor, and we're trying to remedy all that before we screw it all together. It kind of bugs us that it's not sitting flat like that. So we're trying to figure that out. That's what we're chasing down this morning. Yesterday the name of the game was Good Enough. Today the name is Let's Get It Right. So we shortened this 3/4 inch for a lid to go on. And we rebuilt the top bike lid today. Go around that corner. That's gonna be beautiful. Reshape that, and then we reshape the back piece here. It's all coming together, albeit slowly. So these Craig pocket screws come in two different thread pitches, coarse on the bottom and fine on the top. Coarse is for soft woods like pine and most 2x4s and stuff like that. And the fine thread is for hardwoods like birch and maple and oak and that sort of thing. But I'm finding that the fine threads also work great as sheet metal self-tappers. So I'm able to screw into this and anchor it to the sides. Pretty cool little trick, and they fit the pocket holes perfectly, and I don't have to go get more screws. Even though it's noon, Mom just brought me breakfast, which I really appreciate. I've been starving and I have not been eating yet today. It's going well. Going slow, but I'm really happy we got the gap taken care of. It turns out the floor was just a little uneven. I think it sits a little higher on this side due to one of the ribs being taller. I don't know what it is, but we had to custom cut the floor for every little nook and cranny. But now it's sitting solid, and I'm really happy with how it looks. I'm willing to spend another 2 hours today to redo some things and not have to live with it for 6 to 9 months bugging me forever. So we were going to leave a little later today, but we will leave. Place your bets in the comments below. How many of you think we're actually going to leave tonight? Post the time of day you think we will be pulling out of here where the Airstream is on pavement. Right now it's, let's see, 2:37. Crap. Still not done with this. It's getting close. This is all tidied up. Everything's fitting nice and square. Need to build a lid for that. Right now we're building the lid for our bench. Then we just need to build the back storage where we put the tools and stuff. And we haven't figured that out yet, which means an hour of figuring, an hour of templating,
2 hours of building, yeah.
And then an hour and a half of building. Oops, I just gave away. Cast your vote before you tally all that up. I'm awful at estimating anyway, so anyone's guess is as good as mine. Gotta celebrate this moment. It took us an hour to do this. We got the lid on. It's got these little stoppers. Stays on, doesn't go anywhere, and strong enough for people to sit on, strong enough for us to stand on if we need to get into the bed. I know that's not exciting to you, but that's pretty exciting to me.
In about 5 seconds, we heard the rumblings of thunder, and I started moving any tools that were outside, and the heavens just opened, and it just, like, poured hard for about 1 minute. It's starting to die down already, but I think we're gonna give it a minute because we have to go in and out of the car with raw wood so much. I guess we'll take a lunch break.
So we've traded out the drawer that used to be in here that with all our tools in it. I liked it, but it was very heavy and very long. So now we've got a spot for the kayaks back there. That's gonna stay open. And we've got room for 2 action packers. I'm gonna box this in, put a shelf and a top on it for more tools and stuff. And we're going to call it good. It still fits with the bikes in here. A lot of you are wondering why I'm rushing to get this done tonight. Well, starting tomorrow, we have a reservation in Santa Cruz, and we're paying $50 to $60 a night to stay on the beach. So every day we don't go there, we're still paying for it, and we're not even using it. So we really want to use it if we're going to pay for it, and can't wait to get out there anyway. So this is a shelf in the back storage compartment. Then we have a lid to make for that, and then a couple things to touch up, and the main structure is done. We are done with our final structure here. This is a bit of an experiment, kind of a take on Fred version 1.0 when we had action packers in there. I really like these boxes from Rubbermaid. You can lock them, you can bungee them, but I can fit 2 of them in there. And then I'm going to put my tool bags up here, and I'll figure out some kind of face closure on that eventually, but for now I just needed a place to put them while I drive. So the drawer's gone, but I can still access my tools and everything real easy right here. Boats are going to go right there. We're still trying to figure out the best way to kind of secure them in there so they don't move. Probably bungee cords.
We'd love to do something else, but in lieu of time, we may just use some kind of straps or bungees for now.
So we're going to clean this up and give you a tour of everything we've done here all in one shot, and then pack up and hit the road. We are done building. I would have loved to have been able to get a cabinet up here, but that was a nice to have, not a necessity, and we'll do that again later. Here we go. This is what we got. Fridge, inverter, subwoofer, batteries in there, a storage cabinet here, a bench to sit on with lots of storage inside, a bike rack, more storage over here, a bed, missing a panel, which we will put in when we're transporting, but people can sit here when we're carrying people on quick little shuttles on back roads and stuff. And we got our bed up there, fantastic fan, which is not yet wired. None of the electrical's done. We were just doing the basic framing and structural that we needed all these heavy-duty tools to do. The rest we can do on the road. We will be adding lighting in here. We will be adding the fantastic fan wiring. We'll be adding a couple other cool things in here. But for now, we just wanted to focus on the cabinetry and getting it functional. And remember, this is a sport utility van. It's not a camper. We don't have a shower. We don't have a sink. We don't have a stove. We don't live in this full time. In the summer, we're going to live in it for about 45 days straight. But it's going to be more like camping than living in a little RV. So we would rather have storage for our gear than have a shower and toilet and all that stuff. Anyway, check out the back. Back here, we've got boat storage over there. We're going to add some Utilitrack and be able to bungee stuff in there or move that all around. And replacing our drawer is this awesome 2-shelf system, or I guess 1 shelf, but action packers fit in there, and all my tools fit up here. And I'm sure as time goes on, I'll get more efficient at using this. And we've got our giant spare tire in here, which I wish we didn't, but it is what it is. Until they make a narrow 35-inch tire, we're going to be stuck with this. It won't quite fit underneath, and it's too tall anyway. It would have a lot of lower ground clearance. There's our bike slots. I'm really happy with how it turned out. So glad we replaced the floor and did the screw in or bolt in 3/4 inch plywood. We still kept it pretty dang lightweight. We can still see out the windows. They're covered right now. I love the build. I'm ready to get going. But it's been fun to do, and it's amazing what we accomplished in a month. The hardest part was deciding what to do. I hope this gives you some inspiration. Couple quick tips and tricks. Definitely buy a Craig pocket hole jig tool. I could not have done this without it. We're not sponsored by them, though we would love to be. And buy their special screws for it. It's totally worth it. Another item is if you have a T-square or a right angle, throw it away, because it's not going to help you in this build. I built everything square, and then when I put it in, the van's walls move like crazy. Other than that, we've had a lot of fun. I'm glad this is a heavy-duty van. If this was a Sprinter, it'd still be fun to build a Sprinter, but I don't have to worry about the weight of this big spare tire and stuff like that on such a beastly van. It's been fun. I hope you've enjoyed watching it. I'm going to do a full tour in the light and show all the nooks and crannies and how we store everything later. But we wanted to thank you for watching and following along on this build. Alright, we're pulling the Airstream off the pavement. What's your guess at the time? 1:22.